Welcome to Fire and Smoke. My name is Amy Sheikh and today I'm going to show you how we made this.
Amazing, barky, tender, delicious, smoky, reverse seared cowboy steaks. So first things first, let's get the offset open, let's get the chimney full of liquid charcoal, let's get it lit, let's get it fired through. We're going to leave this to do its thing, we're going to let the coal completely burn through, red hot, and then we're going to dump it right into the firebox. In an instant, the coal is now ready, dump that in there, and what we're going to do is build up some firewood on top of that. We're going to let it completely burn through, and we're going to let the smoker come up to temperature while we deal with the flavourings on the meat itself.
What you're going to need is some meat. Now what these are cowboy steaks. We have got these from Costco and they look absolutely spectacular. They're both coming in at 1 kilo each. So let's get these out the packet, let's look at them and let's see what we're going to do. Pat them nice and dry. So this is what we have. 2 bone-in cowboy steaks. If you're not aware of this, this is actually just ribeye with a longer bone on there. They are about 2 inches thick. Each one of them is coming in at over 1 kilo in weight. What we're going to do is throw these on the smoker for the first couple hours, and then we're going to get them onto the pit and then we're going to reverse sear these. We're going to keep the flavours simple. We're going to use salt and pepper only. We're going to stick a meter probe in there just to check the ambient temperatures while it's inside the smoker. Once these reach about the 150, I'm going to take them off and then I'm going to reverse sear them, because personally I prefer my steak a medium rare than a rare. Let's get to it. Now, these pieces of meat are super thick, so we're going to go heavy on the seasoning, but again, don't worry about that, because we're going to smoke them, especially the pepper, that's going to mellow itself back out and it won't be as harsh, so we're going to be perfectly okay. So let's start off with some salt. Now again, we're going for a heavy dose of salt on these, almost like a salt crust. Don't forget the size, because these are so thick, you're going to need the flavouring absolutely everywhere. There you have it, 2 perfectly seasoned steaks ready to go on the smoker.
This is exactly what you're looking for. Completely covered in salt, completely covered in pepper, almost reminiscent of a brisket, but as you know, these are ribeye steak with the bone left in.
As I said before, these are absolutely huge, humongous pieces of meat. They're about 2 inches thick, so in order to maintain the temperatures and know what's going on in there, we're going to put a meter probe in, and we're going to put in the thickest one, and we're going to gauge what's going on with this one, and assume the same is going on with this one, but we will probe temperature check it just throughout the cook. But get your fattest section, make sure you get it roughly within the middle, because that's where the temperature is going to be. Get it in there, and that's it. These will go into the smoker, and they're going to be absolutely amazing.
Let's check in on the firebox. As you can see, the fire is fully raging, everything's lit, the coal bed is established, the pit itself is coming up to temperature, so we're pretty much ready now just to get the steaks on there. This is what you should have: 2 cowboy steaks, fully seasoned, in the pit, ready to take on as much of that smoke flavour as possible, and they're ready to get cooked nice and through. As you've seen, I had the small steak on the right, that's now on the left hand side, because the steak on the right is the one with the meter probe in there to keep the temperatures in order. As these steaks are much smaller than usual pieces of meat, these are going to cook extremely quickly. Half an hour into the cook, we're just having a quick check to see how things are going, and we're starting to get a little bit of smoke flavour on there. Another 20 minutes in and another quick check. We're starting to get more colour on there. As you can see, we're starting to get some ready shoes, which is perfectly fine. That's just the meat taking on and imparting the smoke flavour. Another 20 minutes in and we're having another look, and as you can see this time round, things are getting a lot darker, things are starting to cook through really well, and things are starting to take on all of the smoke and all of that really, really good flavour. About another 20 minutes later, the internal meter probe is reaching 145, so we're going to have a quick look, see how we're doing, and get ready for the reverse sear. This is exactly what you're looking for. The colour's basically there, it's red, it's taking on the smoke flavour, everything's starting to look a bit barky. It is cooked right through the centre. Right now we're looking at medium rare, but we're going to take that to a medium. All we've done off camera is take a shovel full of coal out of the firebox, and we've put that into the grill tray, and that's going to give us enough to get these crispy and delicious on the outside. So let's just have a quick look at the meat, and as you can see, it's done. It's cooked through, it's delicious, it's going to be soft, it's going to be tender. At this point, all we're going to do is get them onto the grill tray. Let's get the heat going, let's crisp up the exterior, let's make these 10 out of 10. As soon as the meat hits the grill, the fat that's already on the outside starts to immediately render down, starts to smoke things up really good. Now, what we're looking for is about 1.5 to 2 minutes per side. We're looking for a very aggressive sear on here. We want the heat to be as high as we possibly can for as long as we possibly can, because all we're doing is crisping up that exterior to complement the delicious soft interior. You can see the fat rendering right out the meat, hitting that coal to back up its flames. Don't worry about this, it's all part of the process, guys. It's only going to impart a little bit of flavour. It's nothing too major at this point. The cooking's done, all we're doing is crisping the exterior. So again, don't worry about it. Now, it's very important that we don't forget our sides, because we're wanting to get this crust all the way around there and not just on the two big flat sides. But again, look at this fat coming off, look at the fire coming up. We're going to keep it in there, we're going to let things get crispy. If it's too much, take it to the left, put it back on, and repeat the process until you're fully happy with the sear that you've got on your steaks that you want. And that's us. In a nutshell, the steaks have been smoked, they have now been completely seared. All we're going to do is lay down some tin foil, take these off, give them a 5-minute rest, let things get a little bit loosey-goosey, and then we're going to slice into these and we're going to see how we did on the inside.
So, this is what we've got. The steaks themselves actually were on the smoker for an hour and a half, and then we've quickly grilled them, as you've seen there. But 1.5, 2 minutes each side. Make sure you get your edges, make sure you get your tops, make sure you get your bottoms. Again, all we're trying to do at that point is put a very hard sear on the outside of these steaks, and by the looks of things and the juices that's coming out of them, they're going to be absolutely perfect. So let's get these out, let's get them cut open, let's see how we did.
But before we do that, let's take a closer look. Look at the crispiness, look at the barkiness, look at the red colour that's been imparted by the smoke. Here's the second one, it's exactly the same, fats are just dripping off it. It looks absolutely delicious. So let's get slicing into these and see how we did in the inside. And as you can see from these couple of first slices, we've managed to achieve a perfect internal medium, which is exactly what I was going for at the start of this cook. If you're cooking these at home and you don't want a medium and you want it a medium rare, just take it to the 140 mark and then reverse sear at the 140, or even better, reverse sear at the 135 internal, and you'll achieve a perfect medium rare. You know me guys, I couldn't continue to slice this without tasting it, so it's absolutely amazing. It is barky, it is smoky, it is a steak, it is a medium, so it's basically, in my opinion, absolutely perfect. You guys can see this because I just can't stop eating this. As I can't stop, I thought it was best to get a close-up. So this is it. 2 steaks, completely cooked, perfect medium all the way through. The outside is crusty, the outside is barky. We've got really good smoke flavour on there. It's imparted a lot of the reddish hue, so this is it. Go for it, try it at home. Now you can see with the fact that I'm continuing to slice this that these steaks do go a long way. So here in the UK, an average size steak is 8 ounces, which is 225 grams. Each one of these are over a kilo each, so each one of these steaks, in theory, should be able to feed 4 people if you're basing it on a standard 8 ounce UK steak. Just to show that both of these cook exactly the same way in the same pit at the same time, we'll cut this one open, get a good cross section, and there you go. Another perfectly cooked medium steak.
There you go. Reverse seared Cowboy steaks done on the 130 gallon offset custom smoker. Then what we've done is sear them on the pit, direct heat, coals. Absolutely delicious. I hope you enjoyed this one, guys. If you do, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe and share it with your friends, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheer!
If you've made it this far in the video, you'll know every time I cook outside on the barbecue and produce one of these videos for my channel, the family's inside and they're waiting on their dinner. So I'm going to quickly whip through this, slice it all up, get it inside, and what we're going to do is we're going to accompany this with some really good mashed potato, some garlic green beans, and some grilled corns. I really do appreciate you joining in to watch this one. So again, if you are enjoying these videos and you want to see more content like this, smash that thumbs up button, share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. See ya!